Okay, so I hope you're having an amazing day today. It's been such amazing weather here in the UK, and then today it's gone like really cloudy and just looks really, really manky. But I'm still trying to stay in a summery spirit today with what I'm wearing. I'm wearing quite like, you're not going to be able to pick this up, quite light coloured eyeshadows. And if you haven't noticed, I haven't winged out my eyes today. But yeah, anyway, so today the point of this video, which you all have seen probably in the bar, is what I think is summer essentials. Now the stuff I'm going to show you here is some of the stuff that I'm still trying to find the right product of that version. So I don't know if that makes sense. So the brands that I'm going to show you might not be the particular brand that is working perfectly for me, but I think the item that it is something that I think you need to have as a summer essential, and I'm still using while I'm trialling some products. So without further ado, let's get involved. So this video doesn't take another like half an hour or whatever some of them do take. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is fragrance. Now I think every summer you need a real good summery fragrance, and I'm a fan of sweet perfumes, really, really sweet perfumes. But I also really like citrusy smells, real like fruity kind of ones, real like sweet sugar. I want to smell like a pick mix kind of, that's like my favourite types of smells. But in the summer I do like the citrusy, more like fresh kind of scent. The one thing I don't like is I'm not into really just like floral kind of rose smelling stuff. That's not really for me. So I don't have my perfume for this year yet because I already know what I'm going to get, which I will tell you, which I'm getting at the airport, is the Nina Ricci limited edition fantasy perfume. And Nina Ricci's really good because they don't test on animals. So I'm going to get that at the airport. So this time I'm going to show you my favourite one of last year. So, and I've seen this in a few videos, and let's move that out of the way. I loved it. So it's the Vera Wang Lovestruck, and as you can see, I've absolutely just like used so much of it. That was the 50ml bottle, and I love the lid. Now I love the smell of this. The only thing I'm going to say, it doesn't last 5 minutes on my skin. If anybody thinks it's lasted longer on them, please let me know, because, or if you found a way to make it last longer, because it just doesn't last at all with me. That's why there's hardly anything. I brought this in like July last year. By the end of August I would stop using it, and I've used nearly the whole 50ml bottle. It's ridiculous. Smells great. But yeah, so I think everybody needs a real good summery fragrance. The next thing, this is where I've said like maybe not the particular brand or thing is working for me just yet, but oh, my hair like keeps tucking behind my ears. Because I have like elf ears, it doesn't look very good. So I'm sorry, I just dropped a product, that's why I came really close to the camera. So I think you always need to have like a body mist kind of, or a really light body spray in your bag for summer. So if you're getting all hot and sweaty or something, and you just think, oh, I just need to like freshen, sorry, my top's like all over the place. You need to freshen yourself up a bit or something. I think these. Now these were given to me as a gift. Now I love the smells of them. The size of them isn't quite big enough for me, and I don't know if it's a cruelty-free company or not, so I don't know if I will buy from them again. But the smells I really like. So it's these little ones here that I've got called Body Splashes. They're from H&M, that's upside down, but yep. And this one is in Red Berry, and they're just like little squirties, and that literally just smells like a glass of juice. It's so nice. And then this one is Sugar Plum, and that one just literally smells like, to be fair, like plums. So they're really good just to chuck in your handbag, and but I personally would prefer a slightly bigger one. So when I go to I'm going to go to Bath and Body Works, and I'll probably just like swarm the shop and buy loads. So I definitely think everybody needs a travel little body mist. The next thing I'm going to show you is, I think everybody needs an antibacterial gel, and this one I got last year when I went on holiday to Turkey. And the good thing about this, it's the Carmex one, and it's in the Grapefruit and Lime, which is so summery. I love it. As you can see, I've used quite a lot of it. It has a 36-month expiration date, so that's amazing. But I bought this last year. You can see it's all got all caught up in my bag and stuff. But I love this. Smells really summery and really fresh. Don't know if I'll buy it again. It doesn't say it has parabens in or anything, which is quite good considering it's like a preservative. But I don't know if it's a a cruelty-free company or not, so it's something I need to look into, but I'll probably get some from Bath and Body Works. But anyway, so everyone I think needs an antibacterial, especially if you're travelling and going on planes and you're eating restaurants more and you're touching more stuff. I think people more out and about in the summer. The next thing then, this is another one that's not the brand but the product I think you need, is an SPF sun lip balm. So this is Dr. Organic, and this is in pomegranate, and it's free from like SLS, parabens, obviously organic. I've only had this like 2 weeks and it was like over the top and I've used so much of it. And the only reason I've used a lot of it is because I like using a lot of lip products, but the downfall to this, apart from it's got an SPF 15 in it, which is good, I'm not actually crazy about the smell of it, which is such a shame because I'm obsessed with pomegranate. So yeah, but I think everybody needs an SPF lip balm. The next thing is, actually I'm going to show you these two things before I move on to the last one, is from the Body Shop, and it's a peppermint cooling foot spray. Now obviously when you're wearing flip-flops and you're walking around in your shoes, it pumps, your feet swell, and that's not very good. So I think everybody needs to have something to really refresh your feet. And I brought this when I went on holiday last year, and I've already started using it again this year. So I recommend a really nice cooling foot spray. Like, I won't buy another Body Shop one because they're owned by L'Oreal, and L'Oreal are not a cruelty-free company, so I won't be buying this again. So I need to find another alternative. But I will use the rest of it. I'm not gonna let it go to waste. So yeah, so I really like that though. That's really cooling and takes sort of any swelling down in your feet with the heat. That rhymed. Did it? Feet heat? Yeah, it did. So the next thing I think is if you're into tanning, and you get a good tan and you like to keep your tan, then I think everybody needs to have a tan enhancing thing, or like prolonging. And this is Fake Bake. Now this looks like a full brand new one, but it's just like because it is a new bottle. And this is the tan enhancing lotion with gold glistenings. Now I can't see any gold glistenings, and you don't look gold and glittery when you put it on, so don't think you're going to come out and being just like, I don't know, like a glitter ball or anything, because you're really not. But Fake Bake's good because they don't test on animals, they have no parabens, and it's preservative free. So that's another thing I really, really like about Fake Bake. All their products are all paraben free and not tested on animals. So this is really good if you've been on holiday and you want to keep it moisturised and you want to keep your tan, then I think this is a really, really good product to have. Only thing is, kind of a funny smell. I'm not crazy about the smell, but it does wear off. So yeah, but I think definitely a tan enhancing lotion if you want to keep your tan when you come back off holiday, especially if you come back here to the UK or certain parts of the world that don't have the best weather. So tan enhancing lotion. And my last three products, they're not my last three products, this is going to be a longer video than I thought, sorry guys, is hair products. Now this again is going to be products that I'm still trialling, but I'm trying to find a substitute for. Now one of them is this. This is the Boots No. 7 Hair Protecting Spritz. So obviously, and you can see it's like two colours here, and one you have to like shake it up. So this is something you should use before you're about to go to the pool or to the beach. Spray all over the hair, and then it says to use every 1 to 2 hours. Now I didn't really notice much of a difference last year, and you can see I didn't really use very much, and that was the problem. I didn't do it as much as they said. So I didn't use much of it, but I still felt like, well, at least I'm doing it a bit. So all you have to do with this one is if you just shake it up, and then it all, like, the colours merge, so it's like a kind of a yellowy, orangey colour, but then it all sort of falls and separates, so you must do that. But I think that's a really good thing, especially for blonde hair or drying hair, or if you've got highlighted hair at all, getting a hair protecting spritz. I'm not recommending No. 7, and I'm not recommending them. I'm still trialling it, but I think getting something like this is a good idea. The next product is Urban Therapy Serum, and it's an argan oil one. And they don't have parabens or sulfates, they're not tested on animals, so I really like that, that's why I'm trialling it. I quite like it, not loving it, just trying to find a cheaper alternative to Moroccan oil really. One that obviously has all this like bad stuff not in it. So I'm trying this, so I will let you know how I get on. I've only been using it about 2 weeks, and usually you've got to wait sort of 4 weeks. The next thing, the brand I am recommending, it doesn't have parabens in, but I can't find anywhere if it's a cruelty-free company, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Now, is it Batiste? Now, when in the summer for me, I get really greasy hair all around here, going to my ears, all there. and that's just not good at all. And in the summer, when you're sunbathing or if you're out for the day and you're sweating, it just doesn't look good. Or if you haven't got time to wash your hair the next day, definitely I recommend a dry shampoo. Tony & Guy's I didn't like, Traseme's I didn't like. This one, love, and it's also the cheapest one out of all of them. My last two products, I'll be as quick as I can. This is going to be kind of gross, but and the only reason why there's marks on it is because it's a water stain, is a foot file, and you can see it's got this part here. It's just like a double-sided one. You can get these really cheap, like £1.50 or £2 or something here, just to keep your foot nice and smooth, obviously to go with your, like, your cooling spray, so that in your flip-flops you haven't got rough heels. And I just do that in the shower probably about twice a week, sometimes more whenever I need to do it really. I don't really have too much of a routine with it. Yeah, so definitely need a foot file to make your feet look really nice. Then the last thing, there's a massive amount of these, is pocket tissues. Now, in the winter you need them, in the summer you need them, if you're suffering with hay fever and you've got a runny nose. I always think pocket tissues should be a year-round necessity in your bag. And these are from Poundland, 10 with 10 tissues in each for £1. You can go to some places and they're like 50 or 60p per pack of 10. So I had to go and get another one of these because I've run out. So yeah. As you can see, there was no makeup products. I didn't want any makeup products in there, so I haven't done any summer makeup review things. But they're just like the general ones, like the smells and skin products and some hair ones that I think you need just to like get through summer with, really. So yeah, keep watching, and I'm going to do some more like updates on like my e.l.f. products that I've got on the like palette of like 6 to go and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have an amazing day, and bye!